Are you ready to have your brain twisted, your expectations shattered, and your sense of free will STRONGLware questioned? Because tonight, we're diving deep into Penn and Teller, Fool as Season 11, Episode 14, a jam-packed showcase where flamethrowers meet fine art, cards teleport with ninja speed, and mind-bending coincidences just might make you question reality itself. If you thought you'd seen every kind of magic on this stage, prepare to be surprised, because this episode keeps the incredible acts coming, ending with a Penn and Teller signature routine that's as hefty as a concrete die. Let's get into this electrifying recap, from first trick to final mindbender, and stick around as we break down who fooled the masters, who didn't, and how each story wrapped up. The show opens in classic Vegas style, glam, jazz, and the larger-than-life energy of the Penn and Teller Theater at the iconic Rio. Brooke Burke sets the scene, welcoming an extra special lineup. She teases that only two things are missing: the stars themselves. But with Penn and Teller's entry, the house erupts, and the stage is officially set for magic. First up, the spotlight lands on Holly England, a performer whose journey twists from English ballet to freaking rock and roll, video games, and eventually astonishing magic. Holly's intro strikes a bold note. She got into magic by complete accident, originally auditioning just as a dancer, but after getting the job, found herself swept up by the world of illusions. She throws herself into every performance with the energy and vibes of a comic book superhero, a modern woman in magic, bringing a unique edge and claiming her space. Holly's act launches as a hilarious parody of a late-night talk show called Tell Teller, hosted by a silent Teller and Penn as his ever-chatty co-host. It's wacky, meta, and the perfect setup for her act. She riffs on late-night TV, poking fun at BB Rexa, not quite knowing who that is, and recruits Penn and Teller to help her out. The heart of her routine tart as a randomly selected famous face for the empty frame on the talk show set. Penn throws out a number, 76. Teller grabs a book of 100 celebrities, flicks to page 76Z, Leonardo da Vinci. But on the page is the world-famous Mona Lisa, Da Vinci's iconic masterpiece. Cue Holly's, explosive creative method. Instead of painting, she uses a flameteur to literally burn the image onto the blank frame. The crowd goes wild. This isn't your granddad's card trick. And it's filed, and it's funny. When the smoke clears, she's fused the classic Mona Lisa with Teller's portrait, a perfect tribute to magic's odd couple duo and the concept of two-person acts. The judges love it. Both Penn and Teller heap on praise. This act is totally their style, right down to the dangerous props and clever subtext. They admit, however, that the method is so in line with their tastes, they're pretty sure they know how she did it. Holly concedes with a smile. She didn't fool them, but still left a strong, unforgettable impression as the first magician ever to use a flamethrower on Fool Us. Before the stage gets a chance to cool down, we're whisked to Europe for our next act. Giancarlo Scalia, a magician who blends the precision of circus training with the free-flowing creativity of theater and card magic. Giancarlo brings an unassuming presence, but lets his skills do the heavy lifting. He's spent 7 years perfecting his signature routine. The effect he performs is known as the Travelers, a legendary card plot where signed cards travel invisibly to impossible locations. Here's how it goes down. Brooke, the host, chooses and signs 4 cards. These uniquely signed cards are lost in a shuffled deck, thoroughly mixed up by both Brooke and Giancarlo. He then claims that, with a simple slap of the deck, the cards will fly, invisibly, to 4 different pockets: his left pant pocket, his right pant pocket, his jacket's side pocket, and finally, his inside jacket pocket. One by one, with comic bravado, Giancarlo catches each invisible card and pulls them from exactly where he promised, each bearing Brooke's signature. The last card is so impossible, Brooke herself is invited to reach in and retrieve it. Audiences and the judges know the general plot. Penn even says they're hyper-aware of every move, having seen countless versions before. But here's the twist. Giancarlo's style and choreography are so smooth that even the seasoned Penn and Teller find themselves second-guessing. After a round of deliberation, Penn admits that while they understand the genre and recognize many of the moves, Giancarlo's unique flourishes and devilishly clean handling crossed the threshold. They're officially and genuinely fooled. The crowd erupts as Giancarlo walks off with the coveted Fool Us trophy. Mission accomplished. That's one for Europe tonight. Our third magician, Francis Menotti, arrives with an intellectual edge and an act that's been 2 decades in the making. Francis is no newcomer. He's been on Fool Us before and even fooled the duo once. Tonight, he's braving a routine he describes as a constant work in progress, a mashup of coincidence, mathematics, and magic. Francis introduces a Rubik's Cube, but with a twist. All sides are numbered. He talks about the astonishing odds of any random configuration, then lets Brooke choose her favorite color, orange, and has Penn mix the cube as much as he likes. With the orange side now completely randomized, Francis leads Penn and Brooke through a peculiar sequence involving mixing a deck of blank playing cards, signing one, and shuffling until no one knows its position. Then, using the numbers on the chosen side of the cube, he constructs a 3x3 magic square, observing that all vertical, horizontal, and diagonal lines add to 15. But the kicker, a magic coincidence, comes when Brooke counts 15 cards down in the mixed face-down pile. Her signed card, against all chaotic odds, is found in that precise place. The judges are wowed by his intellect and presentation, but as Penn confesses, he was wrapped up in the magic square and momentarily fooled, until Teller quietly cracked the method and whispered it in his ear. There's a sense of bittersweet camaraderie here. Francis knows Teller is a friend and co-conspirator, and while he doesn't claim the trophy this time, his unique integration of math, magic, and performance stands out as one of the episode's cleverest moments. Next, we journey into psychological territory with Gabriel Werlin, a French mentalist whose entire routine is built around the illusion of free will. He invites Brooke on stage and presents 3 everyday items: a bill, a poker chip, and a wallet. The rules are clear. Brooke will claim one for herself, assign one to Gabriel, and leave one on the table. Then she gets not 1, but 2 opportunities to switch, maximizing the appearance of complete autonomy. Throughout, Gabriel plays the role of a stressed playwright, and Brooke the free actor in the story. Once the dust settles, Gabriel asks Brooke to read the ending of a script he handed her at the start, a prediction supposedly written before any choices were made. Incredibly, it matches the exact outcome of her seemingly independent decisions. The effect is poetic, not just magical. It's a subtle demonstration of how our choices may be more predetermined than we think. Penn is delighted, lavishing praise on the clarity and elegance. The play is well written and well acted, with a perfect blend of mystery and philosophy. Ultimately, however, Penn and Teller reveal they're not fooled by the method. Gabriel agrees, but takes the verdict with grace and style. To wrap things up, Penn and Teller hit the stage themselves, this time involving 6 audience volunteers and some seriously heavy props concrete blocks painted to mimic giant dice. Each is colored and signed by a different volunteer. The main trick key after shaking the dice and mixing them up, every single die shows the same number, matching the number rolled by Penn Teller with smaller dice. Tactile climax that bridges close-up magic and stage spectacle, and the volunteers leave the stage with a souvenir they'll never forget and possibly a sore back. Penn, ever the showman, delivers a closing quip about eBay and shipping costs. So what's the final tally for tonight's episode? Giancarlo Scalia secures the only Fool Us trophy of the night with his mind-bending card routine. Holly England blows everyone away, literally, with a flamethrower painting. Francis Minotti delivers top-tier mind games, but falls to Teller's keen eye, and Gabriel Werlin's mentalist play is appreciated for its artistry, even as the duo spots the method. In summary, Season 11, Episode 14 is a masterclass in showmanship blending humor, danger, heartfelt journeys, intellectual games, and pure magical spectacle. The show underlines that sometimes it's not just about fooling Penn and Teller, it's about pushing the boundaries of what magic can be. If you loved revisiting these incredible acts and want more behind the scenes magic breakdowns, don't forget, smash that like button. Share your thoughts and epic theories in the comments below, and subscribe for more mind-blowing recaps. Which act was your favorite? Did you spot any secrets the judges missed? Let's keep the conversation and the magic going. Until next time, keep wondering,